All right, here we are Saturday morning. We got a fun one for you. We're gonna test the old Gyraline out on this blown 57 Chevy, as you'll see here. And she's got the tubbed out rear wheels. So in the front skinnies. So for any of you folks out there that have a question mark in your head whether this alignment system will work on a tubbed out car, we're going to try to answer that question for you today with the old do-it-yourself alignment tool. So we're going to run through here and set up our preliminary measurements, and we'll kind of show you how that works. I know if you've seen the other videos, you know exactly how that works, but we'll give you a brief overview while we're doing it, and we'll see how far off this bad girl is. She's just ripping through front tires about once a summer.
Yeah, we should just be ripping through rear tires.
That is correct. Although it's got new rear ones on it that are pretty sticky, aren't they, Rich Galen?
Yeah.
Real sticky. All right, so we're gonna get set up here and start recording the preliminary adjustments and see what we got. All right, so as we've seen before, you start up here in the front and you just get your little diamond up there set up right in the middle of its area. Click your wheel and lock it in, and as you can see, this one's now blinking, and so that's telling you where to go. Go to the other side and use this side of it. Always keep your phone pointing forward and just go through the car, click in all your measurements, and I'll show you when you get to the rear how you can get back to the front to set your whole thrust angle and all that stuff, so it shows you which wheel is pointing which direction and all that stuff. So I'm gonna get this side quick, we'll run to the rear and get these, and then I'll show you how to get from the back up here to the front. Clicky, and go back over to the other side.
Notice he's keeping his phone pointed straight. Oh, look at that shirt he's wearing. You might be able to order one of these soon too.
It's a nice one. Lock that one in. Now your fronts are done. So now you're going to go to the back.
To the back.
To the back. And get her jammed up in here.
Oh, the size of that tire. What size tire are we working with here? Looks like a 31 by 18 and a half.
Try to wedge your finger in here.
Nailed it.
And go to the other side.
Oop.
Wedge myself between the 57 and the 55. 6. I do that every time. All right, got that one. And now it wants you to go back to the other side just like the front.
I just about fell over on the lip.
Now, here's the important part of how to get back to the front. Get her up in your lip here, level your diamond out, click it in. Now, before you go running away, click it a second time, and you'll see here that it'll give you the option to go to the front or back over to the other side. We're gonna go up here to the front, and that'll give us our measurements for thrust angle.
All right, let's do her.
Come up here, get your diamond leveled out. There we go.
Oh,
there's your measurements.
Here.
Front left is 3.8 positive. Front right is negative 1.2 degrees. Total toe 2.6 positive, and the rear is 4.1 positive. Now, if you want to change that from degrees to inches, you just click your little settings button there, click inches, and you can see it that way as well.
Look at that. Yeah,
so now, from there you can hit your camber up if you want to check your camber.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay.
And we get our
it gives you a little video here, kind of shows you, make sure that the ground you're doing your camber measurements on is within the nearest 100th degree.
Looks like you're sitting on a sailing ship.
Right. And then it wants you to calibrate your device. So you set your device up and get your angles locked in. as best you can. And rotate it this side. And if you don't do a very good job with this, it'll let you know. And there's your calibration offset.
Oh, 3/10 of a degree.
I did a good job there, so.
That's good.
So we'll start right here, and you want to measure from the front side of the wheel. And again, it gives you the little bar that you want to center on the white line. Save that measurement.
Save.
And then we go over and check the other side.
Other side.
Oh. This time you will rotate your phone because you have to have it set correctly. You'll be able to see this better now that we're over here. And rotate this.
So you rotate it until your line lines up on the white line?
Yep. Save it. And there's your front camber. Our camber is in good shape, so we're not going to mess with that.
Very good.
We're going to set the toe. And you can just go back to that right here.
Nailed it.
And I think old Rich Galen's going to give us a real treat here and flip the whole front end of this car up. We can really get a look at this blower
Let's
motor.
see what we got.
Yeah.
Look at that. Whole bumper and everything flips up.
Like
Well, this
that.
is where the magic happens.
And now it gives us easy access for adjusting toe,
Yeah.
which is right down there.
Oh yeah, it's got the reverse steering linkage set up. Just like your car.
Yeah.
So what kind of things do we got to do to adjust this toe here, Bob?
Well, you just loosen your two bolts here
All
that
right.
lock your sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that this tire needs to turn outward.
Okay. Okay, so we've determined that the front of the tire needs to run. Whoop, I'm not even in the frame.
We got to bring this tire outward.
Yeah, towards me.
So this sleeve
Needs to suck in.
needs to suck in. We're almost out of adjustment. So we're going to see what we can get. And if we can't, we might have to take this castle nut off and drop the outer tie rod end out of the knuckle here and give ourselves some more adjustment. So we're going to try this out and see how much adjustment we can get out of it, and kind of go from there. So this is always a little bit of a trial and error deal, but we'll just turn this a little bit here. I think that's the wrong way. I'll go the other way here. It doesn't take a ton. We'll stop there on that side, and we'll move to the other side and see what we got to do there.
All right.
So looking at this side, we know the tire needs to go in. So we're going to do exactly the opposite with this sleeve, and it's only 1.2 degrees, which isn't much. So
Maybe a quarter turn
yeah,
at best.
we'll just do a little bit, and then we'll remeasure. Well, we'll roll the car back and back forward so that the tires can settle back in, and then we'll remeasure.
What about if you were like an alignment shop and you saw something that close? Would you just go ahead and kick the tire and then charge someone $180 or something?
Well, I wouldn't put it past some of the places these days, but no, I wouldn't do that personally. All right, so we rolled the car and recentered the steering wheel, and we're going to redo our front measurements and see how we ended up.
Keeping the phone facing forward. That's hard to say.
Do a couple spin moves and a whirly twirly. Throw the calibration off on the phone.
No.
Go back to the other side. It looks like we got a little bit closer maybe. And recheck this guy.
Center of the diamond.
There's those. We'll go to the rear. Take a shot off the rear.
That's a deep lip on that wheel.
Mm-hmm. And we'll go back up to the front.
Walking in reverse, not my strong suit.
Falling in reverse is a pretty good band.
That's right.
And reshoot this one here. All right.
Now where are we?
That one we got closer. He needs to come in a little farther. And this one still needs to come out a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll roll the car again, and we'll bring you back and check our measurements again. We'll see what we got.
Okay. So what kind of progress have we made here, Mr. Bob?
Well, we got the tires equal with each other. They're just pointing the wrong direction. So we just got to bring them both this way. As you can see, the total toe in the front end is a lot closer, but the tires are still pointing.
So the total toe is a deviation between these two.
Yep.
3.1 and 3.5. Subtract those numbers, that's how you get the 0.4.
Yep.
So that means they're parallel with one another. You just need to bring them back straight so they're running true with the rear tires. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay, well let's do that then.
Sounds like a winner.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Bob here has been chasing this thing back and forth for about an hour. Let's see where we're at here.
This is either going to be the one or it's not.
That is pretty close.
It's really close.
Even though you're upside down here, folks.
Oops.
What do we see here? 20 thousandths, or no, that's 2/10, and we could probably do a little bit better.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one here just to tickle. I'm gonna tickle on it a little bit. Try to get him just a bit straighter. And we're gonna give it another roly-poly. And it was worse than that by, I think it was, what, 8/10 before?
Yeah, something
and I
like
gave
that.
it just the smallest tickle. So I'm gonna do that again. We're gonna try to get this real close, and we can get that total toe in the green. This thing should drive pretty good. Then we'll have old Rich Galen over here take her for a test rip
That's right.
and let us know if he likes it or if he don't like it.
You might even go for a ride with him in there and see.
Yeah,
Let's
I could.
see.
She's close.
Yeah. Look at Bob go here. Final round.
I hope it is.
We're gonna follow him around, look at him over through here, watch his determination as he sets the phone on the tire.
We got
He hits the button. Beep.
we got it really, really close. And I took a gamble and wanted to hit this side just a little, and I might not have done, it might be too much. Maybe not though. We'll find out. We got to measure off the back tire here.
And Bob and I were just discussing on this. See, he's taking the readings off the top, and that fent quarter panel here is kind of intruding on sight. We were wondering if maybe we can take it off the bottom of the lip just for, you know, ease of use. What do we got?
I don't know how the other side changed. How's our steering wheel look? Because that could be a steering wheel thing.
Yeah, steering wheel could use some adjustment. Oh, this gauge here. See how it says gasoline? That's what we prefer to burn. Give her the old final say here.
Yeah, we'll just take it. Sometimes you just got to play around and roll it a couple times, recheck your steering wheel.
Jounce the front end.
Yeah, it might not be a bad measurement. It could just be a small variable in when you roll the car or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's better just to give her the old double check, the discount double check.
Yep. Then he'll take that button push there, and I'm going to take a moment to appreciate blowers. Moment of silence, please. It's beautiful. Okay, moving on.
take this back tire again.
You guys know what positive displacement blowers were originally invented for?
If you do, drop it in the comments. Let us know what you think it's for.
That's right. I'll give you a clue. There was, I think, 2 brothers that invented it.
And it was not me and Matt.
No. What do you think?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Okay. Readjustment, and we'll bring you back on when we're done fooling around here. So here we are. This is the moment of truth after Bob gave her just the smallest of... Look at that.
I mean, that could be just the slightest turn of a steering wheel.
Yep.
And the gearbox in this car isn't what you would call exactly tight either. So there's a little bit of play.
Mm-hmm.
But that, I mean, total toe is 0 between the 2 front tires.
Yep. So
obviously
the
rear we can't do a whole lot with, but the thrust alignment of the vehicle now should be pretty good.
Okay.
So
let's tighten these sleeves down, and
we're gonna lock her in. Old Rich Galen can go for a burn.
yeah,
Burn some of that beautiful blower fuel and have a great big grin on his face when the thing drives straight.
that's
hopefully.
right. I'm gonna have Bob go ahead and lock these things down, and in our next clip she'll be smiling faces as we cruise down the highway at approximately 105 kilometers per hour. And no tire wear except for on the rear. It'll be an awesome day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bring you back on.
All right, old Galen's gonna hop in and fire this beautiful unit up. Listen to the blower surge for a little bit, and then we're gonna take her for a ride. I'll leave you here so you guys can check this thing out. Even already this morning. We gotta get out on the highway probably. Well, we're back after our test drive. What'd you think, Galen? She drive a little better?
Way better than it did.
Still got a shimmy.
A little bit of shimmy. I don't know if it's the skinnies up front.
Yeah. But
Could
you
be a wheel bearing.
can let go of the steering wheel and she drives down the road now.
Yes.
Doesn't pull you into the ditch.
Nope.
So I'd say that's a success. There's a little bit of work maybe to be done in the front end, But other than that, happy not new owner, but happy owner.
Oh, hi.
What do you think?
I think it's all right. I like the ease of the program, and I'll tell you what, once you kind of find your groove, get in it, you can kind of tell what you need to move here and there and this and that way, but otherwise, pretty easy little program. I like it.
Absolutely. All right, well, there it is. Alignment on a 57 Chevy. See you guys in the next one.